Hi, I'm Glenn Kepke with Vector. I lead solution design, and I'm here to talk about why paper BOLs are a thing of the past and why they're so problematic for shippers today. On the screen here, I've got two PODs for the same exact shipment. One was from the broker, one was from the customer, and they look pretty similar, right? One's got a little blue tint to it, but one of the challenges that we see with paper is that they are very easily manipulated. So in this case, on this POD, a stamp has been done by the receiver. I can see that right here by the RDC and DDC text. And then I'm putting my OS&D cartons and everything else here, as well as a time. But what's interesting is there was actually manipulation on this POD that is very hard to spot. To the layman, it looks like the same. But in reality, actually, we can find that 300 cartons were skimmed, and on the paperwork, though, it looks like there was nothing wrong. And typically, especially in the retail space with food and bev and CPG companies, there's a lag anywhere from 30 to 90 days where you don't find out about your OS&D or invoice deductions, making chasing rear view mirror-esque tasks almost impossible. So this is one of the examples why paper BOLs and paper PODs are so tough. One is you can manipulate the case counts. You can easily manipulate arrival and destination time, so carriers can easily claim detention or on-time arrival when in fact they weren't. The other thing we see is paper boxes, right? You may use Iron Mountain, you may have these bankers boxes, but for far too long, companies just store thousands, hundreds of thousands of documents in bankers boxes and then ship them off, typically for 7 years for BOL retention. But it makes it impossible to find a specific bill of lading. Having resources go through paper is a complete waste of time. If your driver loses a bill of lading, the idea of having to go manually find the other copies and then create a scan or a copy of that is a waste of time. What Vector does is we move your entire BOL process into a digital file cabinet. We index that data. It is all easily searchable and shareable too. So you can share it with your colleagues, you can share it with your suppliers, your customers, your carriers, your claims team, whatever it may be. BOLs are often paper, even if you could theoretically achieve true eBOL where it's digitally native end-to-end. There are still times that paper is required. Hazmat is an example. So one of the things that Vector does is allows drivers or sites to take a picture of a bill of lading, and in this case we create a bounding box on it, and then we will clean up and clarify that image, and then we also extract the metadata. So one of the advantages of eBOL is translating paper into a structured data format that is then viewable and searchable. So if you leverage ASNs, let's say you have a supplier that can't support ASNs, you can easily take that BOL and packing slip, turn it into a structured data format, and transmit a ASN out to your business. So that's just a couple examples on the shipment side of true eBOL from the start. I'm going to show you quickly in our demo account here. So I can see that we've categorized a couple shipping documents. I've got a BOL here, clean, easy to read, very searchable. I also accompany that with my packing list too. So all of my commodity level details, all of those pages are here. I can accompany this with any type of form data from my system. When that bill of lading gets signed at origin, it turns into a proof of shipment, right? Same clear image, legible text, and now I can see that my driver signed it, Johan Green, and that it was signed by my shipping team. Date and timestamp. Clear, legible, and easy to read. eBOL is the next generation.